Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to our second webinar. Thank you for the amazing feedback that we received for the first webinar. We are highly obliged for that, and we hope that you will like the second webinar as well. We have the speaker with us. So the topic for this second webinar is the concept of project management in planning, organization, and management of college and classroom. The session would be delivered by Mr. Haroon Baig. He is the general manager of Octaware Technologies, and I hope this would be a great session. We will have a quiz as well in between, like we did in the first webinar. And I request everyone to participate, as last time we just had around 50 to 60% of the attendees participated in that. So I would request everyone to participate in the quiz, that this makes it an engaging webinar. So yes, over to you, Mr. Haroon. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Nadim. Thank you, Nadim. Thank you very
Welcome.
much. And good morning to everyone. So first I will share my screen. Okay. So good morning, everyone. Before we start the actual topic, I just want to share one fact or reality. Just to begin on a lighter side, you might have heard of deer, हरन जिसको कहते हैं, and the leopard, चीता जिसको कहते हैं. And you should be knowing that this deer can always run faster than the leopard. I mean, the capacity of a deer is always to run faster than the leopard. But the fact is, leopard is always or mostly able to catch the deer, and it becomes the prey of the leopard. What could be the reason? I mean, though the deer has the potential of running faster than the leopard, but still it gets prey to the leopard. The fact is, while running, the the deer is always having a fear factor in mind that leopard will catch her and then eat her, right? And because of this fear factor, she loses the focus and the speed gets slower and the leopard is able to catch her. The idea of sharing this fact or reality is just wanted to make you understand that in life you should never have that kind of fear factor with anything, and you should always focus on things which you are doing or the things which you are learning, and that will always help you succeed. With this lighter note, I welcome all of you to this second session of project management. This is a series what we are doing, and this is especially made for all the educators. The purpose of this series is very simple. I mean, we are not that big to teach our educators. They have taught us very well in our learning time. But only idea is to contribute something what we may be knowing. So from the industry practices, as we belong to IT industry and various other industries, we have learned something on project management. So idea is to share the knowledge and to get benefited out of it. So this series is specially made for educators, where we are trying to make them understand that project management is a skill which can be adopted by everyone in their lifestyles, in their domains of where they are working, and especially the educator as well, to get the maximum output or maximum throughput and the quality work. So topic today is project management in planning, organizing and managing college classroom. So if you remember the first session, the beautiful session taken by Mr. Shanawaz, that was especially on the project management concepts. I mean, he has shared all different kinds of modules, the phases, and what is project management is about, and what exactly are the definitions. So he has gone through the complete cycle. Now the sessions today onwards, I mean, this is the second session, and we will be having third and fourth session. What we are trying to have is the case studies for the educators, so that they really understand what exactly and how exactly they can implement project management in their work area. So I want to take an excuse before I start, because we might be very less in understanding your work area, your deliverables. But yes, I mean, we have taken some knowledge from different sources, and we are trying to implement this project management skills on them, so that you can better understand. So this will be helpful. So this is the continuation of the first lecture, the first session on project management, and this is a beautiful case study how we can implement it for planning, organizing, and managing the college classroom. So I will start my session. I mean, this will be 1 hour session. You have to bear with me, and there will be 2 quizzes coming in between the session where you will be participating. Those will be very, I mean, not like your exam papers, but it will be like one single question, 2 quizzes in between, just to keep people awake. Okay. So I will start with my something, some sharing on about myself. So my name is Haroon Baig, and I belong to Octaware Technologies Limited. I mean, I work for Octaware Technologies, which is an IT company, which is a listed company. I mean, we are listed with Bombay Stock Exchange. We are into this industry for last 15 plus years, and I have been belonging to IT industry for almost 24 years. And the good part is I have started my career with as a lecturer. I mean, I had been lecturer, I had been an educator initially during my career period. So I know a little bit of the type of the work and the coordination with the students and the working environment about the lectures and college. But then definitely I moved to IT core industry, where I started with the development work. Then I had been into different kind of development technologies, then escalated to some project management skills. And definitely that comes with an experience. I mean, that requires certain kind of maturity to work on a project management level. And then being into project management for years, then I moved to some account level stuffs, like I started taking care of departments and divisions. So sales and operations is the division which I am looking right now for Octaware. During this tenure of my experience, I mean, for almost 24-25 years, I experienced a lot. I mean, when you work with real industry, real projects, real clients, there are so many people, so many smart people, so many beautiful people in the world. So you get a lot of learning from them when you work along with them, right? So I worked with big organizations like Reliance, Tata, Mahindra, Kalpatru, Menarni. These are the international organizations are there. So we have done projects for them. So a lot of interaction, lot of learning from them. Right now, I'm based out of Mumbai, and I'm looking after sales for Octaware Technologies. And I do have some technology background. I do have some management background, and mix of all this, I'm taking care of this role. So just wanted to share about myself. So you can ask good questions based on my experience if you want. Moving forward, let us see what is the agenda for today. I have divided this session into couple of groups. I will start this session with a quick review of what we have learned about project management earlier. It will not be a repetition, but just a quick pointers so that you get refreshed. You might be knowing, you might be more stronger than us in project management, but there could be some other attendees who might have missed the first session or I don't know. I mean, might not be remembering the first session. So just a quick pointer for that. Then we will see okay, how project management skills or project management concepts can be used for an institute or as a teacher. So the next two groups are for institute and teacher. I mean, if you notice the topic is project management skills for college and classroom. So college definitely belongs to an organization taken care by management and all, so they may also have the project management implementation for their work area, whereas as an individual teacher or an individual lecturer or professor, they can also implement the project management skills for their work area when they are managing the classrooms and students. So we will see okay, what and how can be done using this project management skills. And the last session will be the summary. I mean, we will summarize whatever we have seen and question answers if you have any. So let us proceed with this. The first, as I said, review on project management. What is a project? So I think as a learning from the last session and as your experience, you will always be knowing that a project is something which has an start and an end. Okay, there are certain work items, there are certain deliverables which has an start, which has an end. Something which is not having an start and end is not a project. That becomes, what is the opposite of project? The opposite of project is operation. That becomes day to day item. So operation is never having any start and end date. It is like a government job. I mean, people are going office, doing something, coming back. So it is a daily operation for them. They don't have any start and end. They just have to report to office. Some file comes, they checks and they gives and they come back. So that is an operation. Whereas if you are doing a project, it should have an start, it should have an end, and there are certain items in between. So we will go into deep what exactly and how it is. So in our life as well, if you focus, there are various operations we do, operational work we do, continuous everything, doing routinely works, and there are sometimes we do the project work. Okay, for example, if you have a marriage ceremony in your home, if you have some function coming up, so that becomes a project for you. If you're the elder person or if you're the leader of your house, that becomes a project for you. I mean, you have to arrange everything, you have to plan everything, you have to focus on the deliverables, the people, resources, cost, right? So, and then end it. The marriage has to happen on the date of the function. I mean, the decided. You cannot say, कि, okay, that will आज नहीं होगा कल होगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. So that is how it becomes a project for you, and you have to take care of everything, all the deliverables, and basically you have to plan for it. So in our life also we deal with lot of project work, lot of operational work. Nowadays what has happened, because of the industrial revolution, people are seeing most of the thing as a project, because they want good results and distinct result, on time results. So what they have done, they are trying to look operational work as a project itself. They want to divide operational work as a project. So you may say, okay, oh, our job is also operational. We go, we take lectures, and we come. No. Now institutes, organization, they are looking this as a project. It could be a project for a semester, it could be a project for a year, and there has to be certain deliverable decided before we start this project. And that is how you will get the good results out of this semester completion or year completion, and we will come to that. Okay, so from this slide what we have learned is a project is a temporary endeavor which has a start and end date. So this thing you have to keep in your mind. A project should have a start and end date. Then definitely when we are dealing with something which has a start and end, it has certain constraints. And this is the iron triangle. I mean, what has been shown last time. It has a constraint of time, cost, and resource. I mean, during this start and end period, you have some limitation of time, that is the start and end. You have some cost which you can spend during this duration to utilize the resources. You should have the resources. The resources is nothing but all the stuff which you require to complete the project. It is not only the manpower, but all the different stuff like computers or furniture or the space. All these are resources. I mean, so resources is a broader term, not only the people, but all the other items. So using these three constraints, I mean, this limitation, you have to come up with the scope and quality. Scope is nothing but what exactly the work you are doing, what exactly the output or result you want. That becomes the scope. I mean, what actually you are planning to do. And the quality. So whatever you are doing, that should be of a quality. So just to make it simple, a project has time, cost, and resource to come up of the completion of the scope of the work with a quality. So these are the project constraints you should remember. Now we will see or just review what exactly is a project management. Now we have defined the project. Now making it successfully done is your management. I mean, when you plan to get this project or any project done, that is known as project management. And by default, every person does a project management task. It 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 may be possible that he is good in some part or less in some part, or he miss some part or he take care of some part. But definitely whenever you are doing any task, you do some kind of project management. It is not like anybody is so dumb he doesn't know anything about project management. You know about project management. Only thing is that how better you know, so that you get more better results. So first of all, we should know, okay, what are the different processes in any project management. So as the first picture shows, you have to initiate some work, and the end will be you have to close that work. That is how the start and end comes into picture. And between this, you have to monitor and control all the activities. So these three processes: starting the project, ending the project, and in between controlling the project. Apart from controlling, you have to actually plan the things and execute the things. So planning and execution processes will be there. So combination of these five processes will make a complete project management. So any task in your life, if you are doing, you have to initiate that task and you have to close that task when you get the completion. In between, you have to control that task using the planning and execution processes. So that is what all about the project management. So whenever we will refer to any of the other things ahead, those will be from these five processes. And what are the cornerstone for effective project management? I mean, to get these five items do more effectively, you should have milestones, you should have accountability, and you should have risk management. There are many. These are not only the three things, but these are the three main pillars. I mean, whatever you are doing, it should have certain milestone. You cannot say, okay, initiate. After doing the initiation, I will meet you at the end, and nothing in between. So there has to be certain milestones. There has to be certain accountability. You should know, okay, who is doing what, and there has to be some risk management. You have to evaluate, okay, what may go wrong, so that you can take care of it. Somebody is waiting in lobby, so I would request Nazim to make him admit. Okay, I will do it. I think I am the admin now. Okay. So this is how the project management is all about. Let us see what else is there in project management. So as what we have seen, there are certain processes. Now there are certain knowledge areas. How you will define a knowledge area? Knowledge area is nothing but the different tools or different information which you will be using during these processes. So these five processes with these knowledge areas you will be able to do any project successfully. We will go in detail of this knowledge areas, what exactly it is. It is nothing but managing the different kind of information. For example, when you are doing a project management for an event, for example, for a marriage ceremony which is coming up. So you will apply all these processes, beginning, ending, controlling, planning, and everything. But during these processes, you will be managing all the scope. Okay, how many resources will be required, what venue will be required, how much cost will be required, what quality of food will be required. So all these things will be there. So this will be all the information you are managing during this process. So those are known as knowledge areas. And there is a list of different knowledge areas which can be referred anytime. And we will take some example of this during our case study. And these are the different knowledge areas. I mean, this has been divided into 5 processes. Okay, in every process, what information you share or you maintain, that is known as knowledge area. Okay, for all the project management concepts what we have learned last time, and nothing new as such. But now we are starting implementing this project concepts on our education part. Okay, so as I said, there could be multiple implementation. I mean, I understand. I had been to lecturership. I had been to education field, and I know there are so many things happened whole semester. So many processes are there. So many deliverables are there, and we have to really see what and how we can do best using the project management so that we can get the better results. So this project management can be implemented even on a lecture, even 1 hour lecture what you are going for. The project management can be implemented on that one lecture. It can be implemented on a week. Okay, 1 week planning what you are doing, it can be implemented on a 1 week time. Okay, what will be start, what will be end, and what deliverables you are looking out of that week. Or it can be implemented on a month, or it can be implemented on a semester or a year. So it all depends on you, how much you can inculcate this project management concepts and how much you can implement it for your day-to-day life. So as I said, project management can be implemented on every activity or every deliverable what you are doing. It is all up to you how you look into it. So once this concept become very clear, once this concepts of project management becomes clear, it can be implemented for your normal life. I mean, not only the professional life, normal life में भी आप इसको बहुत अच्छे से use कर सकते हैं. So let us see one case study and we'll see. So managing an educational institute. So as the topic said, okay, project management in managing institute and project management in managing classroom. So these are totally 2 different topics. Institute is a big thing. Educational institute is a big thing. Classroom is a one subset of the institute. So we have to be very clear, okay, what we are talking here. So couple of slides I have just distinguished, okay, what is an school, what is an education organization, what is an administration. So these are all 3 different levels. We have to be very clear, okay, what we are talking. As what we are, school is there. School is nothing but a term derived from the Greek word school. I mean, where they used to use it for a leisure. I mean, that time education was not available for everyone. It was a leisure. It was available for the higher society. So they take this word school, and from that the school or college has been derived. So we are lucky enough. We are lucky enough that today we are getting this education very easily available, but that was not the case earlier days. Then organization, what is an organization? So there is a difference between a school and an organization. I mean, organization is a bigger term. It is a structure, framework, or system